Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. So, NATASHA Jonas defeats MIKAELA Mayer on a split decision in a very close fight. I actually had MIKAELA winning 96-94, but if I woke up tomorrow and watched the fight again, I might score it for Jonas. It was that type of fight. Definitely Mayer finished the stronger. I mean, the 10th round was the most dominant by either woman. And NATASHA ended up with quite a bad swelling over, I think it was a left eye, an abrasion underneath. MIKAELA, she's got quite a sort of pronounced bridge of her nose. She had a very slight abrasion on the inside, but no big deal. She looked like more like the winner, MIKAELA. And in my opinion, I think she, even though she was outworked, and there's no doubt Jonas did some excellent work in that fight, I just felt, watching it live, I thought MIKAELA edged it, 96-94. But a draw, I wouldn't have complained with a draw. There was a rematch clause on NATASHA's side, but not on MIKAELA's side. But this needs to go again. It really, really does. And, I mean, before I go through the fight, I just want to say two things. Number one, MIKAELA Mayer wasn't showing enough respect from the crowd. This lady came all the way from America, as she's done on 3 occasions before, to fight in Britain, and she was booed. I think the national anthem was booed. I don't care about national anthems. I'm not a nationalist, and I think jingoism is bullshit. Patriotism is a different thing from jingoism. I'm not a flag shagger. But if someone comes all the way to Britain to fight, which is that ring is the loneliest place on earth when you're in it, you should show them respect. And I think the Liverpool crowd let themselves down in that respect. I also want to mention the fact that Jane Couch, who is a true trailblazer for women's boxing, walked out with NATASHA holding the belt high. Jane Couch, in case you don't know who she is, you need to look her up because she's vitally important to women's boxing. She predates when it was legal for women to box in Britain. She took the British Boxing Board of Control to court for restraint of trade. I think she was the first female to be licensed by the board eventually. She fought her entire career against nothing but the very best women in the world, globe-trotting. She picked up loads of injuries. I mean, she fought people like Lucia Reicher and, just some terrific women fighters. And this was long before women's boxing was, on the way to being accepted like it is now. And I think she's got some long-term damage. She was quite rightly voted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame last year and deserves it. But she was a real trailblazer. And she walked out with NATASHA, holding NATASHA's IBF welterweight belt up in the air. So she deserves I might do a video on her, actually. Big respect to Jane Couch. As far as the fight's concerned, I think... Okay, so the fight starts and NATASHA bouncing around a bit too much for my liking, but was very aggressive at the start, kind of recognised that this was a sprint and not a marathon, 10-2s. When are we going to do away with these fucking 2-minute rounds? I hate them. I mean, if you want 10-3s, all right, let's do a compromise, 10-3s. But 10-2s, it's so patronising to women, and I hate them, and it's difficult to score as well because for reasons I've said before. If you divide 3 minutes into three separate minutes, 3 separate contests, you can usually score a round. If it's 1-1, who do you pick? I mean, Anyway, I won't get into that again. But NATASHA came out bouncing up and down, really being very, very aggressive. And MIKAELA, far more, relaxed, more of a conventional shape, no bouncing around. She stands upright. She's always boxed upright. The thing about MIKAELA Mayer is she always drags her back foot, which seems to limit her footwork. It's like she hasn't quite mastered the footwork side of things. And I think that's a shame. And as a result, any sort of movement is from the waist. Her legs, she doesn't seem to vary the levels much, and it's because of that footwork, dragging that back foot. I don't understand that. But I gave the first round to NATASHA. Second round, I thought MIKAELA won it. Third round was very close. We saw MIKAELA really was trying to put constant pressure on Natasha, like pin her on the ropes, pin her in the corner. And on a couple of occasions, she was successful and did just that, and was having some pretty decent, moments of success. But Natasha herself was countering quite well and had faster hands, and there was some good bodywork going on actually from both women, but not consistently enough. Natasha started banging to the body. I think the heavier hands came from MIKAELA, even though she's got a far less impressive knockout ratio. She did seem to be stinging Jonas a bit more than Jonas was stinging her. Although, again, the body punches from Jonas were very, very good. In fact, both women, I think MIKAELA had it in her head, I've got to stop this woman. I'm in Liverpool. She's a Liverpudlian. She'll no doubt remember the Baumgardner, quote-unquote, defeat. We won't go into Baumgardner's PED use, but, whatever. And I think that Jonas was kind of looking to outwork the bigger woman. And MIKAELA was the bigger woman. I mean, she's not only was she about 2 or 3 inches taller, she looked bigger. She carries that welterweight limit well. How the fuck she made super featherweight, I do not know. And Natasha looking smaller. I know she's quite sort of bottom heavy, if you know what I mean. But she did look like much the smaller woman. But she was physically, she was on the inside. Both women started to sort of fight on the inside quite a bit. And she did look pretty decent. She did, she was doing well. There was towards the end of the fight, there was a fantastic uppercut from MIKAELA, which I think would have floored most women, and Natasha was hanging on. But there weren't many occasions when, the southpaw Natasha was really stung that badly, really hurt. I don't think at any point MIKAELA was hurt. There may have been a body punch that got to her. But MIKAELA, as the orthodox fighter, was she firing the right hand enough against the southpaw? Well, I'm tempted to say yes, I suppose so, but I don't know. This is going to be a fight where MIKAELA's going to look back on his fight and think, what could I have done? I lost a split decision. They were both interviewed afterwards. MIKAELA said that she felt she clearly won the fight. I thought it was close, but I did have her the winner. I don't have a problem with Jonas getting a split decision. I suppose we're going to hear robbery, right? And so many people talk so much bullshit about this robbery concept. Close fights are not robberies. Yes, I know NATASHA JONAS is a Liverpudlian and the fight was in Liverpool, but this was a close fight. And I thought MIKAELA, I actually picked Jonas to win on points, which she did, but I thought MIKAELA won the fight. But I had no problem with Jonas getting the decision because it was a close one. But people talk crap, don't they? Some people are just, when it comes to boxing, they're just dumber than dog shit. But hey, a rematch, definitely. And yeah, I mean, I think MIKAELA's earned it. And the rematch would probably be in Liverpool again. What's Natasha going to do? She might go looking for unifications. But this is a fight that's got to happen. And MIKAELA's 33. She don't fight like she's 33. I've got to be honest, Natasha, who's 40 this year, maybe she's coming to the end. She did say afterwards, this is probably my last year in boxing. 40 seems like a good place to check out. What a fantastic career she's had, and been an Olympian as well. I lost on it to Katie Taylor. MIKAELA's been an Olympian. She's been a world champ down at super feather. She can win belts at other. If she wants to go down to light welter, I mean, I don't know. Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron are probably going to have another rematch, like a rubber match. But she can pick up belts. I'm not sure whether she can get down to lightweight anymore, because at welterweight she looked like she was carrying the weight well. Maybe 140 she can do. But what did you think of this fight? I thought it was a really good fight, entertaining, to-ing and fro-in. Wish they were 3-minute rounds. Hate 2-minute rounds. Had it been 3-minute rounds, especially over 12, I think MIKAELA would have stopped Natasha, because Natasha was flagging badly in that 10th round, and MIKAELA was coming on strong. But wasn't meant to be. Let me know what you think. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the like button. Leave your comments below. Leave your opinions below, who you think won, and so on and so forth. And I'll read as many as I can. I'll answer as many as I can. Thank you as always for your time, and I will catch you later. Bye for now.